Refresh. Such a delay on this, but I'm sure we are live at this point. So, hey, everybody, whoever's in the chat, I know I have seen Patricia, which is Cheyenne, in the chat. I've got three other ladies with me today, and we're going to craft live and work on some of the craft bag kits that I sent out to some of the other people that wanted to do the challenge. So if you are in the chat and you want to craft along with us, join in.
I'm sorry.
Bag kits that
That's
I sent out
me.
to some of the other people.
Oh, that's a thumbs down right there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That was me.
I'll be right back, ladies.
All right. So we got Tiffany and we've got Cindy and we've got Heather here with us today. It looks like we've got some more people coming in.
Fantastic.
Trouble.
So it's just going to be a fun hangout where we can all chat and show what we're working on and stuff. I know Cindy's got her craft kit. I sent her.
Awesome.
What was your theme, Cindy? I'm gonna pull you up.
Ocean side view. So I have already planned out what I'm going to make. I'm going to make a bracelet and a pair of earrings, but my findings for my earrings are too thick for my beads. So I'm going to have to decide what I'm going to string my beads on for my earrings. So.
Okay. And Heather, you're going to work on?
Yeah, I got to get my stuff out.
Yeah.
You know, my thing is, you put me in a group of people that do a project, I'm just going to sit and chat the whole time. I can guarantee it. That's
that's fine.
That's why I did so poorly in school. They would put me in a room full of up to 30 kids and then think I was going to focus when everyone is throwing off energy. And I have so many questions, so many stories to share.
I was like that too, very talkative and, chatty.
I didn't learn anything in school.
And that is why we homeschooled our youngest son.
When I seriously learned the most in high school, and I have no idea really how I learned anything through school, but I had dropped out and then decided that I needed to go back for obvious reasons. And so I was still young enough that I could get a regular diploma through the school district because I had just was turning 18. And so I did home studying, that this is old school style. There's no computers. It's all handwritten. And so I did that and I worked. I got credits for work. And I think I learned more that year studying on my own than I did the rest of high school. That's for sure.
Yeah, I would say I've self-taught myself more than probably I picked up in high school as well.
Oh, yeah. What was it? One of my favorite quotes, Mark Twain. He says that he never let his schooling get in the way of his education. So I thought that was very accurate, very relatable.
Mm-hmm.
But
I didn't catch where Tiffany was going. What did she say?
I don't think she said. I think she just said she'd be right back. Was all.
Yeah. I think I heard her dogs run in, or a dog run in, because I heard like clicky clack on the floor.
Oh, that was my dog.
Hi, Carol.
The clicky dog. Yeah. Yes,
okay.
I think Dwayne had thrown the ball down the hallway for him.
Oh, sure. Dwayne's already trying to sabotage us.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah.
He's just mad because we didn't invite him. So.
Well, you know how men are it was yesterday he comes home and he said that he didn't have any work to do. He got it all done. And because, he gets these 40 hours in a week, but it's not necessarily 8 hours a day. And anyway, he said he had an audit. And when he just came in just now, I asked him how his audit went. And he was fine. And I'm like, which one was it? And he said, the big one. I'm like, you don't even tell me these things. Not that there's anything I can do, but, he could tell me.
You could at least worry with him, right?
Yeah, I could have been like, awake worrying for him. He was asleep, but
Hi, Cece. Cece just joined us, and Carol also joined us. And I
awesome.
think Cheyenne said she would be back later. But we've got 8 watching, so anybody else out there want to say hi, just say hi.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got, like I told y'all, I've got the kit that I called the Geisha. And so I'm working with, I pulled out this gold tone chain here that I'm going to add some different charms and stuff to. I have this nice cloisonne elephant here. I don't know which ones I'm going to use. I'll just go with the flow. I've got a cloisonne butterfly and flower. I've got these too. These actually were earrings that belonged to Tyrone's grandmother, but one of them was missing the hook and other things, but they're like little Buddhas. So I'm probably going to do something with those and hang little beads or something. I've got a little piece of jade, just things that I felt like looked, oriental and stuff. I'm going to work with.
That is very fun.
I do have a little jade circle thing too. Oh, yeah.
Word Heather says about you. Oh, please, Dwayne. We know that everything Heather tells us about you is true.
Hey, Dwayne. Hey, Belinda.
Hey, Belinda.
The thing with the problem is there's nothing to tell you.
To tell us.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I can tell you stories, of course, but as far as any great anything, nothing.
Let's just make up dirt on him, okay? Let's just make up dirt.
Yes.
I don't even know where I would start.
Where you would start?
Yeah,
I might need my mannequin head. I'm gonna get my mannequin.
Dwayne is just a very solid person as far as he's going to be the same today as he was yesterday and will be that way tomorrow.
So I have to ask you because I'm married to a redhead too.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne and my husband have the exact same colored hair.
The strawberry color that has gold and blonde and red.
Yeah, and when it starts turning gray, it almost turns like a blondie white.
Yeah, he's got just a little bit of platinum blending in. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, of course, Dave is a few years older than Dwayne, but anyway, I wanted to say Dewan. I actually have a friend named Dewan. So, but
oh really? Oh, I've never met a Dewan.
But it's a woman. So, but anyhow, now I have what I call the redhead temper. Dave is like real laid back, real calm all the time, and not me. I fly off the handle real quick. Now I get over it real quick. Does Dwayne have the redhead temper?
So the stories he has shared with me when he was a kid, he was very hot-tempered. And when we were younger, he did have more of a temper. He's mellowed out a lot. He has these moments, of course, as we all do, but like I said, he's really mellowed out. His father is also a redhead, and he had a temper. And there's quite a few redheads in Dwayne's family, so but on both sides, in fact. But so yeah, the warning, he does have the warning label of having the red hair that it could happen. But no,
when Dave was a kid, his own mama thought he would end up in prison by the time he was 21. So
oh my,
one of the things that she told me, and I'm like, why didn't you tell me this before I married him? I guess it worked. We'll be married 34 years this year. So
wow, that's
welcome, really Dad's Vintage Garage. We are working on some crafts. I sent out craft kits that I made from broken jewelry, beads and parts and such. And some people in the chat received some. Some people here in the video had received some, and we're either going to make jewelry. Like I'm working on making jewelry and redesigning it, but Some of the other people are, you can use it for however, crafting whatever you would like.
Okay, all of my craft buying people, don't cry because I'm getting into my own craft stuff that I normally sell y'all. Okay, don't cry. Yeah.
I was thinking about, because I've been thinking over a project I want to do. Oh, I have some paper. I don't have a canvas board right now.
That's right. I wish you were here. I have two.
Oh man.
Hi, Misha.
Hey, Misha.
We are crafting whatever you want to craft, but we're working on those craft kits that I sent out. So if you want to make jewelry like me, or if you want to do other things with them, whichever.
But I'm making a bracelet and some earrings, but mine is oceany. And so I have these little pieces of coral or faux coral. And I have these really cool glass beads like this. There's two of them. And there's
Those for the ocean.
Yeah.
I thought those were the ocean.
I got some. I haven't scratched them on my teeth. I got what looks like to be some freshwater pearls.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And anyway, so.
And I think when Tiffany gets back, she got the Welcome to the Jungle kit. So hers has like wooden giraffes and a lion and a lot of boho type beads and stuff in there. And I'm working on the geisha themed kit.
The geisha kit.
Hey, Sandy Brown.
Hey, Sandy Brown. How are you tonight, hun? Actually, it's not night yet, is it? It's just
not quite. We'll go with it.
It's 5 for you?
It's 4 here, so 4. 3 per time.
3 for me.
2 here.
So, and Dwayne's already home, or is he at work talking to you?
He just got here. He goes into work at like 6 in the morning.
Listen, he posted that picture of good morning, everybody, and I'm thinking, dude, it's not morning, it's butt crack of dawn. I mean,
that's me.
I'm still sleeping when it's that dark.
That's me. He gets up, goes to work, and people ask me what time he goes to work, and I'm like, well, I think he goes to like, I don't know, maybe he goes 6:30. I don't have to say. I'm not awake. I am not one of those wives that gets up to make my husband breakfast. He wouldn't want me to make him breakfast anyway.
She's got a cooker. I wished I had a cooker.
Yeah, I don't cook to begin with, and then if I tried to cook at 6 in the morning, no, not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's me driving with my eyes closed. I couldn't get up at that early and make breakfast.
Yeah, no. I can't even eat that early. If I was awake, it'd be like, oh no, my stomach is not receiving food yet. But I can have a midnight snack.
Yeah, I'd rather have my snack at midnight, or even if 2 or 3 if I was still up. But
I try not to eat too much late at night, of course, how they say not to, but it's not like it was back in the day eating chocolate shakes and French fries at Village Inn at 2 in the morning and still being a size 4. What a crap!
I know how that feels, but
what a crap deal.
Never been a size 4. So.
I'll just keep my mouth shut then.
We hate you. We hate you.
When I was 4, but
well, I was one of those kids that my friends' moms would be like, "You need to eat more. You're too thin." One of those skinny, scrawny kind of kids. Yeah. So I always thought I was gonna be that way. Yeah. Dwayne was super thin too, as a kid and teenager.
That's right. You shared a photo with me.
And he'd chubbed up by then. No, he told me as a teenager we we both didn't weigh a whole heck of a lot. He had to go into the Marines to put some muscle on.
Mm-hmm.
Did you and Dwayne go to school together? I mean, I know
So,
you dropped out, so
well, I moved around a lot. I went to 10 schools total. And my mom and I moved into the neighborhood that his parents lived in about 2-3 months after he went to the Marines. So I went to the same high school for a little while that he graduated from. And I knew who he was, and we knew, a whole bunch of the same kids, of course. But I didn't meet him until I was 23 and he was 25, and he had just gotten home from the Marines. His plan A went to crap, so, you head home when that happens. I'm talking about you. But I'm talking about you. And what was good? Oh, and he.
It's all lies. I tell you, it's all lies.
Yeah. But my ex-husband, he graduated from the same high school a year ahead of Dwayne, and Dwayne knew who he was because everybody knew who he was. So
you had been married before you married Dwayne then.
yeah, I wouldn't say it was a marriage, but I was married. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get you.
Look. So yeah, that was short-lived. But the funny thing is Dwayne and I have been through way more together than I ever went through with my first husband.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a fraction of life compared to, because I've been with Dwayne for half my life.
Oh, I've been with Dave for more than half my life. I was 20 when we got married, and I'm 54 now. So
wow. So yeah, that's you're in between my sisters in age, I think. Let's see. My second sister, she was born in 65.
yeah, that's the year I was born.
Okay, so you're the same age. But my oldest sister, she got married at 19 and is still with her husband. I won't say how old she is.
I told Dave when we got married that I didn't believe in divorce, but if I had to murder him, I would. So,
oh yeah, I'm like, I'd never divorce Dwayne. I might kill him, but I'm never gonna divorce him.
yeah. But Dave and I started dating the middle of September, right after the county fair, and then we eloped at 1:45 on November the 4th. So we only dated really dated probably about 4.5 weeks, because it took us a little bit to start dating. But we actually met at the fair, and then we started dating after that. And yeah, so he didn't know me well enough to know if I was telling him the truth or not that I was telling. So about killing him.
And then he learned that you were serious.
Pretty much. Tried to leave me once, and I hunted him down. So
anyway. So yeah, Dwayne and I knew each other for like a year and 9 months, and had been living together for a year when we got married.
Well, you knew what you were getting into then. So.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe one of the, when you already know what your problems are, I don't know. Maybe having blinders on is better, perhaps. I don't know.
Heather.
And
I've yet to get married and know what I was getting into. I haven't had that yet. I was always shocked and surprised.
Well, like I said, there's nothing shocking and surprising about Dwayne, for starters. And then, and after that much time, and he had been in a long-term relationship before me. so you know, we both were still fairly young, and you know, being in our 20s, but we'd have some life experience.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Bianca.
Hi, Bianca.
I'm not having the best of luck. I'm still learning techniques of creating like the loops and things like that with the jewelry. And my technique sucks so far. My loops look ugly.
You've got ugly loops.
Ugly loops.
I'm so sorry.
You know, what could you do? Barbie said she's doing her nails, wanted to tell Heather to thank Dwayne for the set he gifted me at Cindy's auction. I told everyone at Bible study this morning. Also, she had a crafting kit too, and she already made hers. She loved making her craft kit from me. New hobby born. Well, that's awesome.
So
Hey,
that is
Kimmy.
way cool. So what did Dwayne do for her?
Last night he bought her a nice bracelet and earrings. Is that right, Cindy?
Yeah, bracelet.
Yeah, bracelet and earring set from Cindy.
See how my man is buying other women jewelry.
So.
And
Well, she's only 37. I don't know if you have anything to worry about or not.
me getting replaced with a trophy wife.
So we tease Barbie. Barbie tells us that she's only 37. So we ride that horse and ride it long and hard. And
Okay, so my 37th birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks.
Woohoo!
woo-hoo.
Yes.
So you're like quite a bit younger than Dwayne. Then he's like 48, isn't he?
I'm gonna be 47.
Oh, okay.
But no, he's a year and a half older than me.
She's like, I have a 36-year-old kid. It was a miracle birth. It was a childbirth. So we're just teasing anyway, Barbie. You know that, honey. So
That's like my oldest son telling me, he used to say, you know, I was turning 29, but I'm like, you can't say that anymore because he's 25. So, you know, no, he's 26. Oh my gosh.
Born in 93, he's 26.
Yes, he was born in January of 93.
See, you're oldest son, younger than my oldest son. So
So when was your son born?
June of 93.
Okay. Yeah, the volume's kind of breaking up a little. So yeah.
Yep, they're real close in age there.
Yes, they are.
Hi, Pat, the reseller.
Hey, Pat, the
Glad you're
reseller.
here.
You're present and accounted for. So, okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use those pretty little double things there or not. I'm going to have to rethink my game plan. So I've got...
I was thinking they'd make a cool, like on the ends of a double stranded like bracelet or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see,
thanks for the thumbs up.
I got this much done, and I've added some of my stuff in. So, but I don't know where I want to go because I don't want a row of shells. I don't like shells.
Oh, well, I had to throw shells in there because it was beach themed.
But here's the deal. I don't know how to use the shells because when I try to push a thing through it, a finding through it, it doesn't go through it. So
Those might be smaller. They were probably threaded on like a cord of fishing line or something like that kind of material.
Okay, let's see what's in this bag. It ain't like I ain't got a bunch of it. Ooh, I see something that'll work. Sorry, people who I made up this bag for, that I was sure y'all would really like these really nice beads. Let's see.
So let's see if I can attach that bead now to the. I've got the elephant on there, and then I'm gonna put. I usually start with my large statement beads, and then I fill it in with like something sparkly and all this other stuff.
And hold up what you're doing when you can.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get this other one on there, and I'll show you where I'm at.
Ooh, those are pretty. Those would be pretty in my pretty.
I think we lost Tiffany.
She said she had a phone call, so I'm not sure
Oh, okay.
if it was an emergency.
Speaking of, I have my phone right here. I'm going to turn the ringer down. I don't answer it anyway.
Yeah, I look at it and say, I don't know you. I'm not talking to you.
Oh, see, and my thing is like, why aren't they texting me?
I'm back, lady. Sorry. It's always something.
Back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome
So
back.
when
So we were telling everybody what theme we had, and I believe you got the Welcome to the Jungle kit, right?
I love it. And that's why I put on my leopard shirt. Because
Oh,
So she's got like some giraffes, and I think
Yes.
there's like a lion in there.
yeah, a little lion thing.
oh,
I'm not-
fun.
But I'm not like a skilled jewelry maker, ladies. So I really don't know what to do with this stuff.
I'm all new too.
You know, I had a necklace back in the 80s. I might still have it in my cedar chest, but anyway, it was wood beads and had a lion on it, because you know the big chunky 80s costume
Yeah.
jewelry. Yeah, and I believe it had an elephant.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. It had various wooden animals, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's cool.
wow, I don't know what it would take to dig that out if I still have it.
Got a lot of people in the chat here. This is awesome. Hello, everybody.
So far I've got these two on there.
So, okay, guys.
How are you?
I know this is your channel, Boo, but I just, you know how I am. If I need to say it, or I'll never remember it again.
Oh,
So
yeah,
a
go
lot of
ahead.
people know who Tiffany is. So Tiffany, introduce yourself
Oh,
to everybody.
okay. Hello, I'm Tiffany Eat Sleep Amazon, and I sell like mostly on Amazon, which is why my name is like it is. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here. Thank you so much, April, for having me on, and I'm glad to be here with Cindy and Heather, and just making some cool stuff today.
Well, you'll have new friends.
Did you come from Kimmy's channel with them?
I
Some of them?
did, yeah, when you had your birthday bash.
Okay, cool.
We did a birthday raid on your channel, and that's how I kind of
That
discovered
was
you. Discovered
so
you, lady.
fun. Yeah, and I was already friends with you on Facebook, and I didn't know it.
Right. Well, me neither.
So,
I mean, I heard of Cindy Loves Jewelry and stuff, but you know, I hadn't watched much of your lives or anything like that. So
oh, well, don't tell people that you've heard of me, because then they'll worry about what kind of people you hang with, hearing about somebody like me. So
Are you
things.
are you a shady character?
I'm a children's pastor. Aren't all children's pastors shady characters? So yeah. We're definitely insane. So.
Well, that's what I say about Heathers, that there's, you know, many of us, and I've never met a Heather that wasn't crazy.
Um,
And see, neither of you, right?
Me?
I have a cousin named Heather.
And she's crazy, isn't she?
Mm,
Yeah.
I don't know her that well. I mean, I say that, and I really don't know her that well. She's a second cousin, so I do not know her very well, but she's a lot of fun.
I think we're all a little crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy is-
Tiffany's, yeah.
It's how we cope. Being crazies is how we cope.
Now, how are you, April? How are you hooking those things on there? Because that's what I can't figure out. How do you hook?
Okay. Yeah, you may need, I don't know. I didn't send all the components, but I've got a,
Through?
what do you call them? Spring, no, what are they called? Cindy?
Findings.
Yeah, but they're finding, but that particular is a jump ring.
Okay.
So I'm using jump rings to attach them to the chain.
Okay.
But if you don't have jewelry making supplies and you just want to use the components to do something else, you can.
Yeah.
Glue them on a paper. Tell April. Here you go, April.
Well, hopefully it would be something that she'd like and she'd want to keep. Maybe not just paper.
Stick them on the refrigerator. Ooh, make refrigerator magnets. There you go.
There you go. Yeah,
That's a good idea.
that's an idea too. What do you have in your arsenal of crafts?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, not much. Like I said, I haven't been crafty in a few years. Because I've just been focused on other stuff, but it's good, to have like a little, like, for me, it's more creative. So it's like a good break from everything,
Mm-hmm. It's therapy for sure.
Yeah. Now, what are you working on over there, Heather?
I'm actually looking something up, but
In my country.
oh,
Super glue and in your dungeon. That's funny.
Yeah.
but I have been thinking about a project. As I mentioned, I need to go over to Cindy's house because she has a canvas board.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think if I do have any stashed anywhere, but
You should have not missed our last craft auction. I sold some canvas for
Yeah.
cheap.
wow, awesome.
Everything in our craft auctions are cheap.
And I am such a craft hoarder.
Are
I
you
told
really?
Oh, I am. I used to work at a craft store a long time ago, but that kind of started the whole thing. And I recently just donated some ribbon to a friend of mine who does an art night thing in Salt Lake that she's always trying to get me to go to. But on those boxes behind me, see those 5 boxes?
Yeah.
Those are all full of, it's labeled, and because I have it categorized, all full of 2-ounce acrylic paints.
Oh,
And so I'm going to donate that to her craft tonight too, because, it's not going to get used at this point.
You're not a painter?
No, one of my problems is I'll get an idea in mind and I go buy all new supplies and use what I want, stash the rest for all eternity.
Here,
Yeah.
I'll email this to you, Heather.
Okay, just put it right through the fax machine.
Okay.
That's
This one is really a big one.
That is, see, and this is the size. This was a painting that we got from Carrie Peterson. And isn't that cute?
Oh, wow.
So I keep that in my window.
Great.
And anyway, what is this, 9 by 13? No, it's not that big. 10 by, so 5 by 10, 8 by 10. See, I cannot eyeball measurements. 8 by 10.
Good Lord. Okay.
I do have some watercolor paper. Maybe I'll just turn that into it. Or I could even use cardboard, couldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
I know I've got something that that I can use.
If Dwayne wouldn't make himself useful, he'd come out of the basement and find it for you.
And no, he doesn't want to get lost in here. That would be scary.
Let's see.
Hmm.
I have these little coins too, but they look like the little oriental coins. But they need to be cleaned. I'm gonna see if I can clean that off. If not, I may have to dip them before I can do anything with those.
I'm gonna do some digging around, but I'll keep my microphone on. You just don't want to see my butt as I'm bending over digging through stuff.
I'll be right back too. I gotta see if I can clean these off.
Oh no, they left us in charge, Tiffany. They're in trouble.
Uh-oh. We're going to take over the channel.
Oh my goodness.
Now, what are you working on there?
Well, she sent me ocean theme. Mine is ocean theme. And so far I've strung this.
I like it.
And I'm working now on taking apart some beads that I have so I can do some double
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
But I got an Indian feather that's got a little piece of looking turquoise in it, and I really want to put it in my ocean theme.
Oh.
Because I like turquoise, no matter if it's on the bottom of the ocean or not. So
Right. Well, it could be like a feather you found laying on the beach.
yeah, there we go. That works.
The darndest things happen. I found stuff I didn't even remember I had.
Did you find canvas?
No, but I did find cardboard.
Oh yeah,
Piece of like that'll work on it.
that'll work.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. I'm one of those out of sight, out of mind kind of people. Like I always say, it was a good thing my children were noisy, or I would have forgotten about them. So
funny.
we do this family text. Me, Dwayne, our kids, my daughter's boyfriend. I don't know why my daughter-in-law's never joined in. My son said that she wouldn't care, so that's fine. But anyway, I lost my garbage can. So as they're texting, and we share whatever's going on, and I asked him, I'm like, when did it become okay to swear around your mother? Like, but when did this happen?
I ask my daughter that all the time. I was like, "You're so brave. Why do you keep talking like that?"
And no, if any of us were to swear around my mom, it would be me. I'm the youngest child. I didn't care. I was like, whatever. What are you gonna do? You're old and worn out.
I think that's how they view me too.
And no, being the youngest child it's definitely the best spot to be in the family.
I thought I had broke my hand the last time I tried to whoop my child.
Yeah, see, and I never got spanked.
Really?
Never once. No, I am the only person of my generation that I know. Because kids now, they don't necessarily. My kids didn't get spanked, but that was probably my problem. I probably should have, but no, I don't know anyone else who wasn't that is around my age, because we're kind of the last generation of the before people started questioning that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I got spanked. I got spanked by my principal. I got spanked by my teacher. I got spanked by my mama, my grandma.
It obviously didn't work.
I didn't think they allowed that like in schools.
They don't now.
And they definitely don't now.
No, not at all now.
I want to say my son, he'll be 18 next month. So I think when he first started, in our area, they still did do spankings.
Oh wow, yeah, nothing like that around here.
In Arkansas, they can still do corporal punishment if the parent gives a written release.
Mhm.
Oh wow, man.
My kids never gotten into any trouble, so
I got paddlings in school. I know that's hard for y'all all to believe because y'all all think I'm an angel, but
I can see it.
you can see it.
I can
Thanks,
see
Big.
it.
I knew you could.
yeah.
It was my mouth. It was my mouth.
Mine was too. My mouth,
Oh,
and
oh,
even though now I'm not one to like seek the attention out there or whatever, I used to do the stupidest stuff when I was a kid, like stick crayons up my nose because I wanted people to laugh at me, or try to get away with like making little faces and crazy little things like that. I used to get in trouble a lot in elementary school for that kind of thing.
That's funny.
you're one of those kids. You didn't care if you got negative attention. You just wanted the attention, right?
Apparently, yeah.
That's funny.
Who'd have
I'm-
thunk it?
I was just perpetually the new kid. That's all I ever
And
was.
how did you go to so many schools? Was your dad a preacher and y'all moved around?
I wish. No, lack of stability.
I'm the same way. We move like every 6 months, so it was never fun.
Yeah, my father failed to feel the need to provide stability for his children.
What do y'all think? Yay or nay as an earring?
I think that's pretty. I would wear that, and I'm not
Oh,
a
cute.
and that's cute.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
way cute. That's fun.
I like the 3 different sizes.
Mhm.
Oh,
It looks like a little lantern or something to me.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to put back in. I was wearing my Hello Kitty earrings, but I took them out before I went to bed because I didn't want to lose the backs if they got, caught on something.
Uh-huh.
So yes, I put those in, and my daughter said that it was very me. And
Now, do you just have 2 kids or more?
I have 3.
Oh, and you have something I don't have. You have one of those DILs. I don't have one of those.
Oh.
I'm not sure I'm going to be a good MIL.
What are we talking about?
I'm
Daughter-in-law.
so lost.
You have a
Oh,
daughter-in-law.
daughter-in-law. Okay, so
Oh.
You said your daughter-in-law is like not on the group chat or whatever.
yeah, so I like her very much. I'm not sure if she really likes me.
She might be watching.
No. I think what it is
If you're watching, subscribe.
Just
like
my channel. I like
like and
your
subscribe.
daughter-in-law.
No, she's super sweet girl. She and my son have been together since they were in high school.
Oh wow.
And yeah, they got married right after he graduated. She's a year older than him. And but I think we are louder. I know we're louder and more blunt and swear more. She comes from a more conservative family than what we are. So I think we overwhelm her. Whereas my daughter's boyfriend, he just blends right in. And in fact, I tell him he's my favorite child because, well, he's my only kid that cleans up after himself. So I'm sure my daughter-in-law would as well, but because we live like an hour away from my oldest son and daughter-in-law, but my daughter and her boyfriend are like 15 minutes away, so they come over all the time. But no, she's super sweet. And I was kind of worried about that, and because my son can be a bully. And so I told her, I'm like, I love my son, but I know how he is, so you stand up to him. Don't let him bully you around. And he had a bad temper, too. And I told him something that I didn't tell him when he was a child. If I told him he was like his father, it was always in a positive light, because his father does have a lot of really good qualities. We just didn't, we weren't meant to be. But anyway, something I did not tell my son until right before they got married, and my son and I, he's the only my oldest one is the one that I ever got kneeling matches with, which I take the full responsibility for that because I was the adult. I always said that I was a good big sister and an okay mother to him. But anyway, I told him, I'm like, if you want to ruin your marriage, you keep this temper up, because I tell you, I got tired of your fathers. And I'm like, punching holes in walls, that doesn't fly with a wife.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done that kind of stuff. So, anyway, that was my short story, really long. Well, and I told my son, I'm like, if you want to be happy, give your wife whatever she wants. She'll never ask for more than her share. Just give her whatever she wants.
Yep, they say happy wife, happy life, and yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. And she has the most spoiled dog on the planet.
What kind of dog does she have?
Some kind of something burger. Let me look it up. And lab mix, but she's still like 80 pounds.
Oh, wow.
If anybody knows about dogs, put it in there. Something, like I said, something burger.
We are making jewelry with different themes. I have the jungle theme, which is why I have my leopard shirt.
Okay. Here we Leon Burger. And so those dogs get huge.
I'm gonna look at
Yeah.
that. Look at that.
But mixed with the lab, she's not quite as huge.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a big dog.
And she gets, the blue buffalo food because, they don't have kids. So, when when you have kids,
You can't afford expensive dog food.
yeah. Your
Dogs
dogs
on pedigree.
and I was gonna say your dogs are pets, and then I was thinking about my kids told me that I was nicer to the dog than I was, or that I liked the dog more than I liked them. This was my dog that died. I have her ashes in my window, but I'm like, well, she listens better than you do, and she doesn't listen worth shit.
I always told my kids the dog didn't back talk, so.
Yes, exactly.
Right, or they love you unconditionally when your kids are supposed to too, but they don't always do.
So like I said, even though I would get dealing matches with my oldest son, I actually sent him to live with his dad for a month when he was 14. It was summertime, and it lasted 1 week. And he came home with a whole new attitude. I didn't ask him why. He just came in. It was like, I'm back, and we did better. We're fine now.
Hey, Casey.
But my daughter, she's the one who can still get sassy, and she's the only one I've ever slapped. And I don't know who was more shocked between the two of us, because she was in my face being sassy, and I just smacked her.
Oh, wow.
And then she told my mom slapped me, and everyone was like, finally. Like there wasn't anyone who had any sympathy for her.
My oldest son is the only one that's ever pushed me to that point before.
Which one?
And that's because my oldest son, the one that'll be 18, because this was probably about 2 years ago. He really got too big for his britches when he started working. And we were at the mall, and I had told him, my daughter's always over there, buy me something to him, because he's got money now. And he wanted to buy himself something. And I told him, I said, no. I said, while you're with me, I know I can't stop you when you're out and about and you're blowing your money wherever. I said, but right now, no, you're not going to spend that in here and buy this or whatever, because he was just wasting his money.
Mm-hmm.
And he got up in my face really quickly and told me, this is my money. I worked for it, blah, 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 and got grown and growling and what I call turning into his daddy. And so, yeah, that was a bad moment. That was a real bad moment.
And yeah, it took some time, even after Ian had moved out, was married. It still took us a little time. I think he figured out he just needed to start showing his mother some respect. And nothing teaches you to get the hell over it like having to learn how to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah. It's like if you think you have all the answers, move out now. Let me know when life slaps you around a little. I'll be here.
It's definitely going to happen. He's already at his moments where he could have really gotten into a big mess with his life. He did lose his job recently and he started a new one. So hopefully that'll at least teach him appreciation and to pay more attention to what he's doing and
Yeah.
a little bit harder.
Yeah. And so yeah, did he lose his job because of he wasn't due to his behavior?
Well, no, it was he was working at Kroger, so he apparently took some counterfeit coupons that he was like they scanned and he didn't know, you know.
Oh wow.
So,
I think it was like one of those big couponers that came in with like a bunch of them because the amount must have been enough for them to want to terminate him over it.
wow. But that's one of those things, unless he had, previous infractions, that it would have been, getting in trouble, getting written up for, but not getting fired.
Now, I've worked for retail places, and these days they don't want you to lose $1. If you lose $1, they think you're expendable because they know how many people are waiting outside to take your position. So they don't.
Oh, wow.
That's a bummer. I haven't worked for a long time.
Yeah. Retail
So many states now
locations
have
just
the
do
right-
not treat them well.
Oh, I
Have the
called
right to work
Utah's a
law.
right to work. Yeah. I call right to work laws fire at will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
States that are not right to work have more higher educated people. Isn't that interesting? Useless fact I came upon, and for some reason I still have it in my head.
Now, what does the right to work mean exactly?
That means you can or they can terminate your employment for any reason at all at any time.
Without notice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But corporations, I have heard, corporations will follow the laws of the most conservative state that they're in to make sure that they don't get into trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And but no, there's no such thing as loyalty.
No job security anymore.
No.
Shoot, I want to fire myself and I work for me.
That's funny. I'm always firing myself from being the laundry lady and the dish fairy. But then again, if somebody went to touch my laundry, I'll let someone do my dishes. Don't touch my laundry.
Right. I'm more picky about my clothes than I am my dishes. Because,
Yeah,
I mean, if need be, you just rinse it off before you use it or whatever.
exactly. But you
But if
know.
your clothes stink or, or they use too much soap, like I noticed with, we're going to have to change what we're using because I was using the all natural stuff, but I've been trying to use the Tide Pods in there. They're making me itch.
Oh, wow.
You need to start. You need to get Dwayne's soap recipe and start making
Make
your
the
own.
liquid stuff. I used to do that too.
Oh, he does a powder.
Oh, okay.
Yep, he's done that for a long time. We were we were talking about it somewhere.
Okay. I need a bead with a fat opening.
Yeah, Dwayne has to make the soap because I sneeze too much.
What bar soap do y'all use in the mix?
Do you use the failed naphtha?
Yes, that's exactly it. And then the borax and
Mhm.
soda ash.
Mhm.
He got like this 50-pound bag of soda ash years ago, and seriously, like a decade ago, and we still have it.
Wow.
We've even moved it multiple times, and so. But if something's really smelly, Tide.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I use not a real loyal brand person, but I've noticed that soaps don't clean like they used to, first of all.
Really interesting. Or
But
is it that the quality of fabric has gone so down so much?
I don't know. It may be that too.
Or the water quality, really.
Yeah, that's true too. Water might be different.
It is. In some places, if you're vacationing and you take a shower and you end up walking out of the shower smelling like Clorox because it's overly chlorinated. I hate stuff like that, but our water is kind of this here too. I
We
end up
have really good
using
water
2
here.
pods though, just to get my clothes clean. And another thing I hate is these efficiency washer and dryers. They
The
do
front
not
loaders.
close good.
Is it a front loader or a top loader?
Yeah, front loaders. I'm
Oh,
never
yeah.
gonna buy another one of those
No.
again.
They make your yeah, if you don't like tear them apart and clean them and do bleach and vinegar on a regular basis through them, they get stinky fast. I used to put vinegar in with every load when I had my front loader,
Mhm.
and then every so often have to do just do bleach through it. And yeah, Dwayne pulled it apart on more than one occasion.
I do the vinegar, and then it has a little drain port that we have to drain ever so often too.
Oh, interesting. Mine didn't have that, but then mine is high efficiency, but it just has the little short agitator, but it
Mhm.
does really well. And it broke a little while ago, but Dwayne pulled apart, fixed it.
Our dryer, we have to turn things on like 2 or 3 times sometimes to get everything dry. And these are, nice high-end ones, but they're crap. They don't work. I want to go back to the old ones.
When my washer went out, y'all remember back during the summer I talked about, early summer, talked about having to go to the stupid laundromat. When I bought a washer, I just bought an old used one, a real old one that the guy that does my flea market, he'll put a guarantee on them. And so it was one of those that it don't have nothing electronic on it. It don't have nothing, no kind of computer board in it. It's just you turn the dial, it agitates and washes. And I like it. So
keep it simple. Yep.
keep it simple.
My neighbor, she has her washing machine. She's got an app on her phone telling her what's going on with her washing machine. I'm like, holy cow. And she's like, oh, it was my husband thought I needed it. I'm like, my goodness. Isn't that fancy? And it holds a lot, but she has 5 kids, so she needed a big one.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I remember being able to do 2 loads and get everything done, but now it feels like it's 4 loads because it doesn't hold as much.
Okay.
I got the earrings complete, and I have 3 charms on this necklace.
I've got my beads done for my bracelet. I just got to figure out how I want to cap it off and how I want to tie it off. So let me just show you here. This is what I ended up doing. I done this bottom row is beads I pulled out from my stuff. The top row is beads from you. Then I use these, but I don't like how they're sitting on there at all. So I'm not sure what I want to do about them. So
I like the colors.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
the idea is coming together.
that's really fun.
So, but I want to hang up here. I got to find me a jump ring. I got jump rings at the wazoo. This is my little emergency crafting kit boxes that sit here all the time.
The emergency.
I've replaced several. Well, I like fasteners to do
Sure.
fastener.
No, that's a great idea to have that.
So anyway, but earring backs when I find, you know, earrings that don't have backs, stuff like that. But been replacing rhinestones today. So I had a brooch in my purse, and I saw it earlier. I was in my purse. I don't get in my purse very much. I had picked up this brooch, and when I picked it up, I had somebody in mind, and but it had a missing rhinestone. So I got the rhinestone fixed, and then last night when we had the auction, I noticed a rhinestone missing, so I got that one fixed. So all is well with the rhinestones.
You replace them yourself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, I use. Oh look, I could put that on there on my
Hold it up a little more.
Go higher.
little dolphin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would go good.
But I'm putting my feather I found on the beach in there.
Yeah, girl.
You went to the beach? I haven't been to the beach for years.
No, you must. Oh, you missed that conversation. That was
Yeah, That was when we took over the channel.
just a little feather with a little piece of turquoise looking stuff in it, and I want to put it on my bracelet. I said, but it don't really go with my ocean theme. And Tiffany said I can say I found it on the beach.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, go right ahead. We won't stop you.
Mm-mm.
Oh, drats. That don't work. That's wrong color.
The feather is the wrong color?
No, that jump ring was the wrong color.
Oh.
It was bronze, and I need a silver one. Let's see. I got here. There we go. Just make me a jump ring. Gotta find in here. Somewhere I got a whole drawer of jump rings. Somewhere. I'm kind of like Heather. I kind of hoard stuff up. And this whole room is just devoted to my reselling and my crafts. And it is packed to the brim. I just have a trail through here. I try not to show too many pictures of all of it. So I don't want everybody to know that I'm a hoarder.
I think I've told you my son calls it my room, the room where crafts go to die.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Dwayne was saying in the chat earlier.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And,
It's Tuesday.
yeah,
You are a day early. You're such a dweeb.
but this is the first time I've had my own space since I had my oldest son when we moved into this house 2.5 years ago. So I like it. And it's never clean and I don't care.
You ain't going to church like that, and you know it.
I want a tree shed.
So what are you
Yes.
asking?
I keep the rest of my upstairs clean, especially now that my daughter's gone, because Jeremy is downstairs, and I am not going to be held accountable for downstairs. That's the man domain down there. Dwayne's allowed to sleep in the master bedroom next to me, but he's not. I hang and fold his clothes for him, so I claim that room is mine too.
Oh, my husband. It is so fun some days to live with a person with a brain injury.
Is there a lot of reminding?
Yeah, lots of reminding, lots of dealing with funniness. He likes to be funny.
Oh yeah, you had said that his sense of humor reverted.
He has such a weird sense of humor. So yeah. Anyway, he come in here. Okay, he come in here. He had on a pair of shorts, like shorts, not his undershorts, but short shirt, and he had on his black high top tennis shoes and his and black socks and a hat. remember, no shirt, and tells me I'm ready to go to church. I'm like, it's Tuesday.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So anyway, but yeah. So Tiffany, I don't know how much Tiffany's watched or knows, but my husband fell dead in his barber shop it's nearly 3 years now. And so he survived.
yeah.
He spent 97 days in the hospital and in the nursing home.
Wow.
And he has an anoxic brain injury. So it totally changed our lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What is an anoxic brain injury? Like, what does that word mean?
It is a brain injury that is due to the loss of oxygen in your brain. And so it's not brain damage, but it's like brain injury. It causes a lot of the same behaviors that you see in mania that goes with other things, like a lot of manic type behaviors, like forgetting things, emotional outbursts, kind of things like that.
Being impulsive.
Very impulsive. Very, very, very impulsive.
Wow.
So they're still talking about preaching and annoying. My husband is a minister, and he's told me for years that if I'm preaching and getting on his nerve, that I'm preaching in the annoying.
Preaching at him.
Ain't I, Dave? I preach in the annoying. I do that quite often, he says. So, anyway. But you're cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get by with that.
You can get by with that? Okay.
See?
I'm online live.
I know. She's out here.
Okay. Go to your room.
Kimmy said, hi, Dave.
Kimmy says, hi, Dave.
Hi.
So, anyway, he tells me that he's cute. That's why he can get by with telling me that I preach in the annoying. So, and nobody disagreed with him, so he thinks that established it in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. So,
That's funny.
what?
You got Bibles with more than one version?
I don't know.
I thought we did.
I'll have to look. You can find it on your phone. It's in your phone. So,
Church.
okay. Okay.
We guys use different versions.
Okay.
Kimmy
Okay.
said if it's on YouTube Live, it must be true.
I'm not telling him that. So, I have trouble enough getting my way. So, I'm not giving him an advantage there. So, anyway. So, yeah. And, anyway, so.
Well,
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
There ain't no need to be sorry. It's life. Honey,
Yeah.
things like that happen to people every day. So
Yeah.
you just learn how to live with it and deal with it. So
Yeah.
ain't no need to be sorry. Because tomorrow it can be something different.
Right. No, you're right. I mean, you just never know in life what's going to happen.
Tomorrow's always a better day, ain't it, Dave? So anyway, so anyhow, no, I still have drink from McDonald's.
Oh, that's pretty.
Put that bead on there.
I like that.
I like the charm style necklaces. I tend to gravitate towards making those.
Don't, Kimmy, I'm feeling okay. We had some really hot weather, and hot weather, we've talked about this, hot weather is not good for AFib. I'm feeling okay. I'm doing good. So this cooler weather coming in has been real great for it. So I feel good. So anyway, so yeah, he's left now. So I have to be real careful what I say because I can say something one time and say it another time and he totally takes it wrong. So, and it'll offend him and make him mad, and then we have an emotional outburst. So,
Yeah.
so I have to be careful. So I don't want to tip the apple cart. So, anywho, and he was standing there listening. He was being a spy.
Uh-oh. I'll be right back. I think the UPS guy is here. I hear
Woohoo!
outside, right?
Upus. So, okay, I'm fastening on my feather and my dolphin. I've somewhere in one of my mini boxes laying around here, I've managed to put my good needle nose pliers. I have one pair that are my favorite. These here, Boo, do you have any of these like this that don't have ridges that roll? Do you have any of them? They
I have, honestly, I thought I had two different pair, but I have two of the same. Just one came from Haley's kit. It's the kind that are rounded. I need some of those flat ones though, because I've been watching some videos and they use like these flat pliers, and then there's another pair of jewelry pliers too that I need to get. Because I'm sitting here working with these two and they slip off a lot.
Yeah, I don't like the little round ones, but people that know how to really, really use them, they can twirl them like crazy. I just don't like them. So, okay, I've got my dolphin and my feather on. So all I got to figure out is how I want to fasten it. And I'm thinking I'm going to put a toggle on it.
Yeah, I was going to say that'd probably be the easiest.
Even though it is stretchy, I think I'm going to put a toggle on it because I think that will help it look. I like how it looks. So anyway, but I really want to figure out. I guess I could. Yeah, that don't match real good. So anyway, and I had some ideas about some other things that were in this kit. I done lost them. There they are.
I tried to put enough in each one that if somebody wanted to make like a bracelet and earrings or a necklace and earrings, they'd have enough, to make more than one.
Enough to make bracelet and earrings. I just got to find something skinny enough to string those little beads. They got little bitty openings. So
I'll be right back too.
Okay, people.
Now it's just up to us.
I know. You'll probably be much easier to plot with than Tiffany was. She's trying to be real nice. We will plot and take over the world. Me and Heather, we can be not nice. We can take over the world.
I'm always plotting to take over the world.
So when my kids were little, one of their favorite cartoons was Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky and the Brain. Yep, absolutely. That's whenever I'm like, so when Dwayne will ask, what do you want to do today? I tell him, take over the world. And the thing is, I definitely, between me and Dwayne, I know which one's Pinky. Yeah. But sometimes though, Pinky would say very ingenious things.
Oh my gosh. You make me laugh, Heather. You're so funny.
Something I asked Dwayne last night, because learning is what Dwayne does best. You don't teach Dwayne, he just absorbs knowledge. And anyway, last night, I said, do you know how much time you have saved in life because you know how to spell? He's like, I've never thought about it. I'm like, I bet I have wasted complete entire years of my life on trying to figure out how to spell a word, looking it up. Because I cannot spell to save my life. And if I need to know how to spell something really fast and he's within earshot, then I just ask him. So Deviant Art went and yeah, see those things that people who know how to spell don't give thought to. But DeviantArt went and changed their website. You know how they're whenever a website improves, it's worse. And now I can't find how to get to my art collection of. Do you ever go on to DeviantArt? So you can put other people's artwork, you star it, you know, show them when you like, and then you can put it into a file. And so I have all these files. I'm kind of a I don't know. I like to. I bet I have thousands that I've collected over the years, and anyway, I can't figure out how to get to my files. And how weird is that? So
I thought you were talking about, you started saying art, and I'm thinking, oh, yay, she watches Art and Bree.
and I've heard of that. What is it?
Art and Bree, it's a homesteading channel on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I am like addicted to homesteading channels.
Oh, interesting.
So,
But yeah,
when I grow up, I want to be a farmer.
Hey, that yeah. So
Except
does
for I have
Dwayne.
this
Well,
problem that's called aphid, and I can't take heat. So,
yeah, Dwayne is always one. What is it? Those 5-acre ranches, you know, the little
yeah.
hobby ranch. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But
Dwayne may like some of the same channels that me and April do. So
oh yeah, I bet that they've talked about it.
The off-griding, the farming, homesteading, we love that stuff.
Yeah, we had chickens for a while.
We did too.
When my kids were little, we grew chicks from babies, and we had a brooder, and Dave would come home after work and he'd say, "What have y'all been doing?" And we'd say, "We've been watching Chick TV."
Oh, funny.
We'd just stand down there and watch them just for hours. So.
Yeah. One of our chicks turned out to be a rooster, and he was mean, and he would chase after me and my younger two, but he didn't chase after Dwayne or Ian. And so I would walk around with a broom when I was in the backyard. Well, we had ducks at first. We got the ducks first. And when we had them, the rooster didn't realize that he was stronger than the drake. And he liked me, so he would hang out with me. So that kept the rooster away. And then we took them to a better home. We really did, for reals. Not just telling the kids that. Anyway, then the rooster started attacking me, and I hated him, but I didn't have the heart to kill him because everyone's turning him into dinner. I'm like, you can have him and turn him into dinner. I can't do it. If I would definitely become a vegetarian if I had to grow my own meat, because I'm not a big meat eater to begin with, and then I'd be like, nope, can't do it.
I had mine solely for the eggs. I couldn't detach from them being pets. And my ducks too. I ended up with 2 male ducks because I got mine at Tractor Supply and raised them too. 2 male ducks, and then the rest, all the chicks ended up being hens.
That's good.
But then I needed I wanted a rooster because we have hawks and owls and all kinds of things really bad here, and they were picking them off one by one. So I had to go. My cousin knew a guy that had chickens and roosters, so I went and got a couple of roosters from him. They were mean. They were really mean.
You had because a lot of the time you can't have more than one rooster because they fight the death.
It was more of the ducks, because they say to raise your ducks with your chickens, so that they get accustomed. But the ducks were vicious. They were plucking the hens' feathers out and bullying everybody.
Our ducks were really nice. Dwayne got tired of that they, did poopy messes everywhere. So we had this one hen that we loved, and I ended up giving to a friend when we lost everything back in the day. But She was our little troublemaker. She was the smallest but the bossiest. And we would have to bring her in the house because she'd get too broody and sitting on the eggs too much.
Mhm.
And she even collected the duck eggs to sit on.
That's funny.
So, yeah, she was very silly. She would come in through the dog door.
We had a particular hen that she wanted to take all the eggs and sit on them too. She
Yeah.
would literally not eat or do anything. She just wanted to stay there. And I was like, come on out of there, you know. So I was like, I got to make sure I get these eggs out. So she'll quit doing that.
Yep. And when you own a chicken, well, so then we gave it to my friend, like I said, and she's like, we can't find where they're laying their eggs. I'm like, well, there's a reason why they call it an Easter egg hunt. Just because you want, like, you got to put golf balls where you want your chicken eggs.
Mhm.
And because they'll find a spot and stick them there. And well, and then here in Utah, we have to make sure they don't freeze in the winter. And
We had one that froze. One of the last really cold winters we had, winter of 2005. She was one of those Aracanas that laid the Easter eggs, the colored eggs.
Mhm.
So she was the only one that was an Araucana, and that's not a good thing to just have one kind that's mixed in with a whole bunch of others. And we had Rhode Island Reds. Anyway, they were mean to her, and they had pecked her so much that her beak wouldn't set right. So my son John, he had to feed her out of his hand. And so that winter we had really cold winter, and they wouldn't let her huddle with them, and she froze to death. So
poor
John
thing.
was so upset.
And so, yeah, and then my friend, my hens got old and stopped laying eggs, so they gave them away. Probably, and they're too old to eat at that point. I'm like, if you would have told me, I would have found another home. I was really annoyed because I found out her daughter and my daughter were best friends, and Natalie's like, they got rid of our hens, and I'm like, I don't know. We gave them the chicken coop, and those can be expensive.
Oh yeah.
And we're like, if you take the hens, you can have the coop. And then they kept the coop and got rid of the hens. So I was really annoyed.
Oh.
Woo! I found some.
We bought one from Wayfair that ended up costing us quite a bit, and it was kind of complicated to put together. But then it was a piece of crap. It ended up falling apart. So me and my brother used the components of it to build another one ourselves. And I was grazing mine around with an electric fence. I had one of those, solar fences that you can keep them in and then move them around your yard,
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing that. And then that one started to, kind of break down. So I ended up buying a tent and using a tent as their chicken coop. And then I put a big old branch in there, and I used 2 center blocks to slide the branch through for them to roost on. And we used the Sterilite totes and cut a hole in those and made those, their little nesting boxes. So you could easily snap the top off of it, grab the eggs out, and close it back up.
Yeah, Dwayne made ours. And it had the hatches to collect the eggs, and it had a door on the roof so you could look down at them. And he made a nice house.
Yeah, I need a handyman. I didn't have anybody. Me and my brother were really experimenting. We were doing it.
Man.
I'm still here, ladies. I'm just unpacking some boxes.
All right.
We believe you.
I'm going to put this bead on, and then I'll show my progress, and then I'll probably go ahead and say goodbye to everybody, because I know Barbie's doing a video too.
Yep, she's live with herself. So.
Yeah, so some of the people might want to go over there and check out hers. But I accomplished most of the necklace and a pair of earrings. That's something.
All right. I'm going to come back and see it.
Okay, so that would be basically, I'm going to add some more sparkly black and red beads and stuff. And then the earrings. Here. I showed earlier.
I love the earrings.
Those are pretty.
Yeah.
And I'll probably try to get this done in my next auction. I'll just go ahead and put this in there. Oh,
And your next auction is this coming Monday night. So
mm-hmm.
right?
Yes,
Are
ma'am.
you doing it? You are doing it then, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
All right, guys. What'd you get done with, Cindy? Did you got the toggle on there?
No, I haven't put the toggle. I finally found something. I got this, and I got my feather and my thing on it, and I've got a toggle. I've got toggles. I'm gonna put toggles on it. But I finally found something I'm gonna string my pearls on. So something that's small enough to string my little pearls on. So I've got three little pearls for each earring, and then I'm gonna hook them to a fish hook. French hook. I always call them fish hooks, and I think somebody told me they were fish hooks. So anyway.
And Tiffany, are you going to maybe work on yours another time, or?
Yes, I need to get some of those. What do y'all?
Well, whenever you do, you can share it on Instagram or Facebook or whichever social media site you like. And then everybody that completed their thing, once I get them all in, I'll do a drawing for a giveaway.
I can't wait to see the pictures. How many of you received so far?
I've only gotten one so far. Barbie completed a bracelet. And yeah, I should share that over on my regular page because she shared it on a private group that I created for jewelry, people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll make sure to share hers, and then, Cindy can snap a picture of hers as well. And I'll maybe just create a post on Facebook where everybody can just add theirs to it.
Yeah, that would be good.
But I appreciate everybody coming on here with me today.
Well, it's been lots of fun. And
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
my idea of what I'm going to do.
Okay, what is it?
I had told you I want to do a collage.
Okay, sounds
So,
good.
Yes, because that's more something that I would be able to come up with ideas with before jewelry, but then can make it, the 3-dimensional with adding pieces
Mhm.
to it.
That would be
Awesome.
So, and like I said, I got my poster board here. So,
Cool.
That
All
might
right,
be what I
then.
might do that too. That's a good one.
I appreciate everybody that hung in there with us while we talked and chatted and showed what we were creating. And we will see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.